Okay, 1, 2, 3, testing. Let's talk the demonology spec. Okay, so I'm going to have a quick look at the demonology on a tree for PvP. Not that I like to cast a hard casting spec in such an environment because it's not a lot of fun. Can't see a massive amount of changes. It doesn't look like there is to me at the moment. Regards to demonology in general, like, this is the problem. They put messages out there. Whoever these people are that represent Blizzard on different levels say they want to give us meaningful choice. This demonic calling and Shadow Flame have their, this saves you a global, and in a rating it tested it does. Shadow Flame in general is, I like being able to pull 2 quick soul shards out, get up to 5 very quickly. This to me is just very weak. Like, demonic empowerment also causes your next shadow bolt to be instant. The problem is, if you're playing the card, you don't want to be spending too much of your time doing demonic empowerment because it's a global. Well, it's taking you away from generating shards and things like that. Impending doom, I think I've had a busy week in the business and work, so I can't remember if doom damaged 3 seconds faster. I knew it was 1 imp. I knew it's someone 1 imp when you did damage. I'll double check that back on live, but if I'm wrong, let me know. Proved Dreadstalkers, that's still the same. Implosion, I think the damage and everything's still the same. There's not much to select here. So this tier here, sorry, demonic circle should be baseline. Shadow Fury, like, I just go with this one because I know I can steal some life and make something peel off me if I'm crapping my pants. And I guess this has its uses, but yeah. In PvP, not that I use demonology, there's so many times you get the wrong maps where this doesn't make it's just useless. Hand of Doom, Power Trip, now this has gone up. I know Power Trip's gone up to 65 from 50. Chance of generating a soul shard, so that's that's fine. Actually, that might have got a buff. I'm going to have to check that on live. Power Trip, sorry. Power Tip. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. Demonic Empowerment has 65 chance, so that's gone up by 15%. So that's just saying, you select that one, you're going to get a rain of soul shards. So that might push a selection on Power Tip. The difference here is in a raid environment where it's a passive again. You're dropping this down. You might be in a group of 3, and you've got them all dotted up. Okay, then you drop down another hand of Gul'dan, and you've got another, you've got dots reset it again. So it's a little bit in each column, but that's just easier to micromanage. Soul Harvest, yeah, too easy. Raiding, I think most people, when they're raiding to a degree, or mythic dungeons, go Burning Rush because they've got a healer and the healer heals them. Your pet shouldn't be focused, so you shouldn't really need that. And again, Dark Pack can be needed maybe in a couple of different scenarios, so you have to play with it. But caution, Dark Pack, wanting mobility, Burning Rush. Service, Felguards, yep, it has its moment. Synergy, it's taken a little bit of a nerf, gone from 40 down to 35. I just don't understand why Demonology needed that. I don't understand that demon warlocks were fucking wrecking it at the moment. I just don't understand. Nothing's been done to Dark Glare. Nothing's been done to Soul Conduit. Most people recommend, especially raid environment, Demon Bolt. I have gone with Soul Conduit and just normal Shadow Bolt and generating more soul shards, but what you gain by pumping out more evens out with Demon Bolt. Who knows? because the more demons you have out, the more damage you apparently do, unless that's been taken away. Oh, that's been dropped. It was 20%, now it's dropped down 18%. So that's been nerfed from 20% down to 18. Sorry to upset you guys, and from 40 down to 35. And I think that might got a slight buff, and that, where is the other one? I just want to double check. I always thought, maybe because I just never pay much attention to that spec, and that 3-second thing. I don't have to double check. My brain, obviously I've locked in my cookie cutter spec and I haven't really changed it much, you know, or I'll switch to implosion for a little bit, that for rating, Mortal Cool, just for life, Hand of Doom for the lack of, you don't have to micromanage, and this or this for different scenarios. Oh, pardon me. I have no idea. Wide awake, not a drama. As soon as I get on the microphone, I start yawning. Anyway, that's life. But from what I can see of the demo changes, I think more will come through. What they've got to do, I want to be more. I want more fun. And I want less micromanagement, right? For me personally, I've had ligament damage on my right hand, so it's taken me a long time, since February of this year, 2016, and I'm still going through, well, I'm majority over it, but it still gives me some grief. So from my personal point of view, I don't want to have to be hard casting everything too fucking much. What I would like is the ability to build up some pets and that they stay out for a longer period of time. I'm happy to sacrifice a percentage of life. You know, more pets you have out, maybe you have 10 pets out, you know, it affects 20% of your life or 15% of your life. So you're punished in a way like the old necromancer spec or something, like it's a sacrifice in blood to have the demons out. So maybe you're allowed to have out 2 sets of imps and the dreadstalkers, and that amount takes 25% of your life down. So you sacrifice 25% of your life, which fits into the warlock scheme of things, and it keeps your pets out. And let's just say that, you know, they got a max survival time of 5 minutes or something, or 10 minutes or something like that, and you can refresh that per you know. So if you get to the next boss and you've got another boss coming up, you can do it. One of the biggest issues I've always had, especially with with Destro and some of the specs for warlock since like WoD, is that I would play and fight my way through mobs, and so I'd build up to have 5 embers build up. And of course, you know what raid leaders and people are like before the next pull. They like to fuck around and talk around, and all that self-sacrifice that I did to manage my resources is gone because people want to play with it. They don't have to worry about that. And then you're like left there going, all that burst is gone now, right? Whereas everyone else, it doesn't matter to them because they've got instant bursts and all the rest of it. So moan bitch, moan bitch, moan bitch. But at the end of the day, to me, what it would fit into the demonology spec is I don't want to have to keep casting demonic empowerment. It's not fun. It's painful. All right. People are using add-ons to see where they're at. I just look at my Felguard's life. You know, when he's felt like, you know, I know what you know, I can tell how many imps I've got out, and I watch my Felguard's life. I'll, you know, cast it, and I'll have that internal ticker in my head, and normally I'll fire it off. I probably should have a fucking add-on which is telling me that everything's covered, but I know as soon as I'm casting the next set of imps or dreadstalkers, I've got to cast it to get the bonus on them. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy to take a life 25% cut to my life, right, to have 2 sets of imps. You know, that's 8 sets of imps plus 2 dreadstalkers out, and have a permanent buff of your pets. You know, maybe that, you know, and they increase in size or they physically get stronger and bigger. You know, they all look great. What would be more fantastic is if you could name them and do things with them, and you know, who knows, you know, but and maybe not to have so many, and you could have those up. You know, they have a maximum life of 5 minutes or 10 minutes. And then when you know you're going to the next boss fight, you just simply recast them again, you sacrifice your life, or you just dismiss them all, your life goes back up. So in a way, you're sticking to the warlock theme, you are sacrificing life for more power, because that's pretty much what warlocks are like. There's other things I could talk about, but I'm not going to say these things. I think making demonic and empowerment, like just last 5 minutes, one cast is more than enough. Have your demons last a period of time, 5-10 minutes. You can have a set out, as I said. You can sacrifice up to 25% of your life to have that. You sort of it's a trade-off. You know, if you don't want to, you can do the other version. But I think starting off with a whole group of pets, buffing them up, and then sending them in is far better, as far as I'm concerned. And unless suddenly Demonology Warlocks are absolutely scoring millions of points and being far out of anyone, then I think you have to worry about it. Okay, and I think that would be a lot more fun, and I would probably change. I would make Demon Bolt. I would probably bring Demon's Bolt's damage down a little bit and make it more of an cast on the move spell. I would make it a cast on the move spell, because I think a demon hunter, or not demon hunter, sorry, a Demonology Warlock, it should be more about his pets. He should be able to move around a lot of flexibility of mobility, but most of his damage is coming out of sacrificing his own life, but also managing and buffing and maintaining his demon sort of little mini horde. And I think that's what should be your focus, is running around going, "Are all my demons up? Are they all buffed?" There should be a trade-off and everything like that. Meanwhile, you can cast your Demon Bolt out. Scale the damage down a bit. So you sacrifice some damage for mobility, but the damage is coming more out of your pets, which are more permanent, more buffable. Give us 2 fail guards, whatever, and a couple of nice new demons. Couple of new demons from the fucking Legion, like 2, I don't know, whatever all the demons are, they're mega buffed on steroid Felguard, 2 of those boys, and they're doing 30% more damage than a standard Felguard, and you've got 2 of those and some imps and Dreadstalkers, and you can maintain them up and all the rest of it. Look, I want more fun. I want this. I want to be able to run around and in a PvP environment, the focus would be kill the player. The problem is you've got to get through his minions. Anyway, I won't go on anymore. That's enough about Demonology.